Good morning to each and every one of you. I am stoked because I'm finally making this video like 2 years after the fact. I'm super late. This is my look at the Fender American Ultra Stratocaster. Now, this guitar retails for a whopping $2,149 at Sweetwater, and I'm not even sure if you get a case. Now, disclosure being what it is, Fender sent me this guitar. They don't have any control over what goes into this video. They don't even get to see it before it goes live, but I do get to keep the instrument, so take that for what it is. Am I gonna trash talk Fender if they screw something up? Yeah, probably, because this is kind of my job. This is what I do. And again, the whole point of the show is consumer advocacy. So if Fender fucks up, yes, I am going to let you know. And if they never ever send me anything again, so be it. I can live with that. Anyway, I'm not sure if you actually get a case with the guitar at Sweetwater or not, but they sent me this really nice hard shell case. And it looks like you can like stack these things, like the case will stand on its end. This way it'll stand on it'll stand up and down. And it's got these nice little louvers right here. So you can like stack these guitars in a van or something like that if you can afford more than one of them. Yeah, right. Anyway, not all of us are doctors and lawyers. Yeah. Now for $2,149, I do have certain expectations when it comes to an instrument. Mainly, is there any flaws in the paint? I mean, like for that kind of money, I am expecting some pretty fine craftsmanship. And this is a made in America guitar. Now, I know a lot of you guys have watched the show over the last week. Oh, you hate American workers. No, I fucking don't. I've got absolutely no problem with anything made in America. It's just if you're going to charge made in America prices, you better be supplying made in America quality. So we've got value for the consumer. And, well, Fender sent me their made in America guitars, made right in Corona, California, not too far from my friend Alex's place, actually. I was supposed to go visit the factory in 2020 and then COVID hit. But yeah, here it is. This is the Fender American Ultra. So we've got an Arctic white with this, whatever the hell this is, pickguard. What is that, tortoiseshell? I don't know. Fuck. Now, like I said, they sent this to me in 2020 and they asked me what finish I wanted. I'm like, white. I asked for a white pickguard too because I was a big fan of, the Judas Priest live in Memphis '83 Screaming for Vengeance tour VHS video that I watched endlessly, and KK Downing had a white on white Strat, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. This does come with a humbucker because I am a metal player and I just can't do single coils in the bridge position. It just does not compute for my style of playing. So I know a lot of the Strat purists out there, you can't put a humbucker on a Strat. And to that, I say, please do shut the fuck up. There are those of us who like to have some balls in our tones. So if you don't like it, feel free to suck it. Yes, we get a whammy bar here, and this is like just plug and play. There's no screw in or anything like that. So, don't feel bad about jamming it in here. Seriously, because otherwise it ain't going in. And you do need a fair amount of force to get it to go. Now, when I first got this guitar, I was like, holy fuck, what is going on with this tremolo? But it's like, no, it's actually set up really great. This is the first guitar I've ever got out of the box where I'm like, oh, you know what? I am enjoying this so much, I don't want to change anything. No down tuning, no going up in string gauge. I don't want to change the tuners. I don't want to change anything because this guitar plays pretty much flawlessly. Now for signal chain here, we've got the Strat going into the Driftwood Darkest Nightmare up there, and that's going into my Jesus Demon 2x12 cab, mic'd up with an SM57 and a Jay-Z Mike's Classic 2. And I'm really liking the tone we're getting off this. It's gnarly, it's heavy, and thick. That's a good word for it. Now, I will say this, the humbuckers on here don't quite feel as high output as some of the other models I've had on the show. They're definitely not Seymours, they're definitely not EMGs, that's for sure. I feel like I've got to push the amp just a little bit harder to really get this guitar to scream. I mean, it's a little bit fuzzy, but it does sound large. So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So it's a little bit fuzzier tone. It's not quite as tight as most metal tones that I'm used to working with. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing to have in the palette if you're a studio guy and you have something on hand and you're just not getting it. I've certainly had that happen years before. I was working on a record and we were trying to get this lead tone right and it just would not happen. I happened to have another guitar player's instrument in and it was a Strat. I'm like, let's try this. And there we go. There's the tone. That's what we were looking for. So sometimes having a little bit different brush in the palette can help. And this thing definitely has its own thing going on in terms of tone. That's for sure. Lead wise, yeah, this guitar just sings. Cool, yeah, and of course, it's got the noiseless pickup, so we can really get that whole, single coil Strat neck pickup thing going on without a lot of buzz, which is pretty cool. Now about the whammy bar, it's not bad. It's definitely not a Floyd. It doesn't have that, like 80s knife edge, Steve Vai insanity going on. But then again, it's not a Bigsby either. It's kind of somewhere in between. You can get a fair amount of travel out of it. Just don't expect to be doing too many acrobatics with it. Yeah, I have a hard time getting that extra harmonic thing out of it. Again, it's a combination of the whammy and the slightly lower output pickup. Definitely dies a little bit sooner than I would like it to, but, not too bad at all. But I gotta say, the overall action on this guitar is absolutely flawless. The most use I get out of this thing is usually I'm sitting around watching Netflix and just doing runs, that kind of thing. Cause it's just easy to play. I've got it on hand and, the action is about as close to perfect as I've ever felt. This guitar just plays brilliantly. Specs-wise, the Fender American Ultra Stratocaster is an Arctic pearl with a gloss polyurethane finish, and the body is made out of alder with a maple neck. It has 22 medium jumbo frets and a 25.5-inch scale. The nut is made from bone, and the neck is a bolt-on modern D style. The tuners are Fender Deluxe sealed locking models, and the bridge is a 2-point Fender Deluxe synchronized tremolo. Neck and middle pickups are the Ultra noiseless hot Strat single coils, and the bridge pickup is an Ultra double tap humbucker. It also comes with a 5-way blade pickup switch. Oh, and it does include the hard shell case. Now, the one thing I really love about this guitar is the fact it came with locking tuners. That was one thing I was not expecting to get on a Fender, but here they are. I'm pretty impressed with that, to be honest with you. That's a very nice touch. Makes for very quick string changes in the studio and gives you some very serious tuning stability as well. Now, the other thing is I don't think I'm going to change this out for a higher gain pickup because honestly, if I want a little bit more of a retro metal sound, this thing's definitely got it in spades. I mean, this guitar is just made for playing old Priest riffs. finally got that. I've been practicing that one forever, trying to get the timing right because it's like it's an up pick, you're coming out of it, and then it's like, oh, finally got that right. Holy shit, that took forever. Massive respect to the guys in Priest for coming up with that riff way back in like 1975 or whatever. That's off Sad Wings of Destiny. Great record. If you haven't listened to it and you're into heavy rock and metal, definitely check that one out. It is absolutely earth-shattering. Again, real old Priest riff. The real Priest fans out there will definitely know what that song is. Hopefully they re-record it on the new record. That would be freaking awesome. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, this has just got that classic metal Strat sound going on. Yes, burned up a lot of hours playing that kind of stuff. Now, this guitar, I gotta say, was absolute perfection right out of the box. And for $21.50, it had damn well better be. The setup was flawless. The paint's flawless. There's nothing to complain about on this guitar at all. Like I said, this is the one guitar I got, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't think I need to change anything. I'm not going to change the tuning. I usually tune everything down to CGCFAD. I think, you know what? I had so much fun playing it. I'm playing old classic riffs. I'm just going to leave it like it is. And that way, if there's something like a lesson or something I want to pick up off of YouTube or Ultimate Guitar or something like that, I've got something tuned standard and I can learn the riff that way instead of having to sit there and retune things all the time. So this is the one guitar I've got that is definitely staying in A440 standard tuning. Now, bottom line here is, if I've got $21.50 for a guitar, would I go out and buy this? If I was in the market for a Strat, yeah, I'd say sure. That's not to say the made in Mexico guitars or there's anything wrong with those either. I've definitely played some made in Mexico Fenders that are phenomenal. I've got a made in Mexico Fender jazz bass, which is just incredible, that winds up on an awful lot of clients' records. It's super great. But if you want a made in America guitar, this definitely fits the bill. Now, this is what I'd expect from a made in America price tag, and this is the kind of quality I would expect from a made in America guitar. So, hey, great job, Fender. One thing I'm sure everybody's freaking out about, yeah, this thing has a coil tap here as well, so you can go, you just do a little push button here. It's a little bit noisier. Bit quacky. Look at that. Wow, that really gets rid of the noise, doesn't it? Cool. Yeah, this guitar is just, it's a lot of fun. It's super inspiring. But as I was saying, if I had $21.50 of my own money, would I buy this? Maybe. I'm not a diehard Strat guy. I appreciate the instrument, but I don't know if it's quite my style. It plays beautifully, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of more into, like, you know, that for that kind of money, I'd probably want to get myself a Charvel San Dimas, to be completely honest with you. I got a chance to sit down and play those, and I'm kind of like, oh, now I understand why everybody plays those in the 80s. But yeah, if you're a Strat guy and you're looking to drop some money, It's hard to say no to this. It's not astronomically expensive compared to some of the competition out there, and they've done a beautiful job with the instrument. I mean, the fretwork is pretty much flawless. I'm not seeing any issues at all. The nut is cut beautifully. It stays in tune great, and it really does the Strat thing. The only thing I had a problem with was, the pickguard was encased in plastic. I've still got a little bit of plastic here that's kind of like stuck under the net and stuck under one of the volume knobs. I'm still trying to figure out how to get rid of that. Other than that, yeah, I have nothing to complain about when it comes to this guitar. Now, bottom line, from a consumer perspective, yeah, I think Fender kind of knocked it out of the park on this one. This one is utterly flawless. I was pretty blown away when I got it. And like I said, I'm not even a huge Strat fan. But yeah, if you're in the market for one, it's hard to say no. It's probably worth the cash in this case. It ain't cheap, but you know you're going to be getting a quality instrument. So hats off to Fender. Great job, guys. Keep up the great work, because, this is some inspiring shit. Well done. All right, that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching, subscribing, all that good stuff. Fearless Gear Reviews, of course, will be coming back real soon. That's my completely independently funded review show, and that happens thanks to Monday morning mix reviews, Monday evening mix reviews as well. So if you've got a mix you're working on, you want to get some feedback from somebody who does this for a living, hit me up, come join my live stream, throw me a mix, and I'll be more than happy to give it a listen to. And, it's a great community in there. We've all got some very helpful suggestions, whatnot as well. And that's how I can fund my normal Fearless Gear Reviews, where we've taken a look at, an Epiphone V, a Mustaine V, and the Line 6 Catalyst just recently as well. And those are completely independently funded, so you get the straight story without any corporate fuckery whatsoever. I'm doing this because I said I'd do this review 2 years ago, and I'm finally getting around to it. I'm a little bit late with that, but better late than never. Anyway, Fearless Gear Reviews will be back real soon, so make sure you hit the subscribe notification bell, all that shit, so you guys can get notified when that comes out. Now I want to go find myself a Charvel San Dimas. Ooh, I want to do a review on that.